Everybody ready? Shoot away.
Stefon, you guys have been pretty good here on Thursday nights the last few years. Josh is undefeated actually in those games. What have you found that has worked? What have you found that's worked to prepare on a short week and have success?
It's probably just a limited amount of time you get to kind of hone in on, like, really the little things. You're not trying to make too much of a complicated game plan, I'll probably say. Like, usually we have the time to, like, study and kind of, like, flip the pages, I guess, like, more so when it's a short week. You plan fast and you kind of keep it real, like, not small, but you still have an open playbook, but it's like, all right, the stuff that we know we're good at, we plan fast, we're not thinking as much. And it's like you're a little bit fresher. Like, I know it's a smaller week, but you're not practicing as much. I'm like doing a little bit more walkthroughs rather than just putting a lot of ground on your body. So guys are probably a little fresher, even though we had a game on Sunday. So, and it's just, you get up for it. It's Thursday night football.
Gabe had mentioned last week that maybe simplifying things offensively might be a good idea, and you kind of just referenced that too. Does that the fact that you guys are playing this week on Thursday maybe kind of demand that, and could it be a good thing for the offense?
Yeah, it could. I mean, I still don't think, like, even if things were complicated or we do open up the playbook a little bit, we still are professional enough to kind of go in with the right mindset and prepare the right way. There's no excuse behind that. It's more so, we got a lot of older guys too, veteran guys. Like, we don't have too much of a young team, so it shouldn't matter. We should be able to execute at a high level. So if we fall short of that, it's more so us than anything. But with the short week, it does give you that. All right, you know what I'm saying? This is what we're working with. This is what we're doing. Let's play fast, and we'll figure it out.
Fast. When you guys go up tempo, especially late in games, have a lot of success. I mean, Josh has over the course of his career. Why is that, do you think?
I mean, I don't know. Like, it's kind of hard to say just because, depending on where we have been, like, each year is a different year. Hurry up is just something like Josh feels comfortable with. Like, he kind of sees it better, and he says he can get out there and kind of figure it out as we go, and he has answers. It's different than when you have a play call and say you got to break the huddle. We got to break the huddle. We got to break the huddle fast. We got to get lined up so he knows what he's seeing. We have shift, we have motions, so it's a lot of moving parts. So I think with hurry up is more so simplified, and defenses gotta hurry up and line up too. They don't got all day. So
Have you collectively kind of identified what the problem has been with the slow starts in the first half over the last 3 weeks?
not necessarily. It's not so much in one individual. I think about it as a collective unit. We all could be better. We all could be better in many ways. You know what I'm saying? Things happen out there. I try not to live in the past too much, but more so learn from it. Each week we learn a different lesson as to why or why not, or the things we should do or things we can do to get better. I mean, definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So kind of like fine-tuning a little bit, flip the page just a little bit more, and more so just get into it and back to being us.
Everybody's talking so down and dour and serious, and I know you guys are 1-2 in the past 3 games, but who sucked the life out of this team, the fun out of this team?
One more time, ask that question one more time.
Just who kind of sucked the fun out of this offense over the past little while? It's like you guys don't look like you're having fun to begin with. You seem tense. Am I correct in that?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I'm still having a blast, blast, if I'm being exact. But it's not so much that. It's more so, I mean, when you look at the things that are fun, I think fun is scoring touchdowns. We haven't had too many touchdowns. Scoring and, playing at a high level, all of us as a collective unit. If we feel like we're playing our best ball, obviously we've played some of our best ball in the past, and if we haven't been doing that, it'll kind of seem like we're not having as much fun, I guess. But all victories are big victories in my course. So for me, I wouldn't feel like it sucked the life out of us. I mean, you want to get excited, we can go to the local ice cream shop. But for us, I feel like more so just executing at a high level. The more we get back to executing and playing how we can play, of course, you'll see a lot more energy because execution brings energy. You know what I'm saying? If you don't see that energy, I probably lean on the execution not being there.
What was Sean's message to kind of set the tone for the team today? Can you summarize?
Just throughout the week, even when we got back, it's just more so getting back to being us and getting back to high effort. Make sure we all laying it all on the line at all times and giving it everything we got. For us, I feel like it's been like us figuring it out, obviously. You know what I'm saying? What works, what doesn't work, and going through a little adversity. I think is good for each each guy on this team, and as a team and as a unit, adversity does strike. You know what I'm saying, throughout each and every year. We'd rather get you early than late. So for us, something that we're working through, and you know what I'm saying, I look forward to Thursday night. You know what I'm saying?
That's the second time you've used the phrase "getting back to being us." What is it exactly? Does that look like to you?
I mean, you've seen it. For me, like I've experienced it. You've only seen it. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, like I've been out there. We've been out there flying around making plays. Josh running around making plays. A lot of touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Scoring a lot of points as an offense. Your only purpose and your only goal is to score points. You know what I'm saying? First downs are good. Staying in the green is good, but you want to score points. So what I mean by being us is scoring points. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we had games where we score a lot of points. We have games where we haven't scored a lot of points. As the reasons of why, I always lean on execution. So when I say get back to being us, I really mean that by just scoring touchdowns. And, you know, that's that fun part that he's been asking about.
To the fun part, Josh was talking to us earlier about his energy mindset. He was saying he's been trying to do something called low positive, where he's a little more mellow, more kind of, he said, thinking less to just focus on what he needs.
Yeah.
How have you seen that showing up for Josh? He said it's been a focus for him since week 2.
Yeah, I kind of touched on it a little bit after the Giants game. I'd rather him staying where he is, like staying in that little like area of execution and kind of like not getting too high, getting too low. I'd rather him being locked in and playing at a high level than getting too high at one point and then being too low. So him avoiding riding a roller coaster is hard as a QB because there's so many ups and downs that happen throughout the game. But I appreciate his onus on taking it upon himself to really take those steps forward.
He told us there was a balance as well of, you know, it feels better for him to be kind of not varying much, but he knows he also has to pump up the team. How do you see him do both of those things, which are kind of in conflict at points?
I mean, at times, I ultimately reverted back to just him being a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Our quarterback. When it's not going right, he's trying to get us on the right, trying to steer the ship and get us on the right path. And then when it is, you know, he obviously is going to bring that juice and that energy. But he obviously knows that it comes from executing at a high level too. So his main focus is executing first.
Steph, we see you bringing a lot of energy to even to the defense and all that. Do you? Is that just you, or do you feel like kind of like you're helping out your quarterback a little bit there because he's got so many other things that go on during the game?
Well, I never really look at it as like helping the quarterback. More so, just like that's really just me. Like no matter where I am, what I'm doing. Like even if I was at like a little kid's basketball game or football game, I would be the same person. So for me, like I just feel like not only does it give them energy, it gives me energy. I'm motivating and trying to make the guys around you a little better, or you know, you never know, you can get a little bit more out of a guy the more you motivate him, the more you push him. So for me, that's more so for me like my job and as a leader on this team, I feel like that's part of like what I do. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to keep us forward thinkers, I guess.
Steph, you were talking a little bit about playing up tempo on offense earlier. Do you feel like you, as an offense, you can dictate more things when you go up tempo? You can dictate stuff to the defense?
I mean, just as far as like different teams, you know what I'm saying? Like every week is different, but from playing fast, it kind of makes the defense declare what they want to do. If you playing fast, you kind of you can't do too many checks or like a lot of miscommunication. So when teams go hurry up, they usually have a base coverage that they like to play. 1 or 2 switch ups that you might see, but it's hard to get kind of lined up and get that blitz that you dialed up 3 weeks ago that you knew was going to work if guys are in hurry up, because like I think in hurry up it's kind of harder because one wrong move and 6.
You force them to play shorthanded a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, not even they shorthanded. Like they're going to do what they're good at too. You know what I'm saying? So it's more so they're leaning towards their strengths and what can easier be communicated rather than something that's a little bit more complicated. You know, when they huddle up like, hey, we doing this, we doing that. A lot of communication between backers and D linemen, and then in the back end, a lot of talking. So avoiding a lot of talking and playing what you see on both ends. So it's kind of like one-on-one. You know what I'm saying?
How much do you think early down to first possession, first drive success might help spark things for you guys?
I mean, early down success always kind of keeps us, it's what we call like in the green. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously when you stall out or have a 3 and out, it's kind of like, damn, like, okay, what happened? How can we be better? And how can we stay in the green? Like that's short and manageable. 2nd and short or 3rd and short is better off than 3rd and long. You know what I'm saying? So for us, I feel like having that first 3rd down and, you know, that kind of like just moving the chains, like getting in a rhythm as an offense always going to be a big thing for us because we that team that likes to get in the rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Like any offense, but us in the rhythm is scary. You know what I'm saying? Like once we get going, we just got to get going.
there's a lot of veterans on this team,
Yeah.
like every position group and stuff. I mean, people have been through the wars. Have the veteran leaders been more vocal this week, or not necessarily?
I mean, it's been a short week, so it's kind of hard to be like, all right, well, we get out here. I think our head man done enough as far as like trying to get us on the right path. It's more so at this point as a leader, you just echo what he says and put you in the right position. Like, you know what I'm saying, the guys that's been here, you know football. We've seen football, good, bad, or indifferent. You lose, it's the end of the world. You win, it's the best thing that ever happened. So like, I try not to ride a roller coaster either, but of course I want to win. That's why I say I'm extremely excited for Thursday. It's gonna be a great night of football.
For you, we've heard so much talk about rhythm and all that stuff for this offense. What does that feel like for you as a receiver? And then how can you guys kind of get back to that when things might start off a little out of sync?
Personally, it feels like, I don't know, the snowball effect. Like, once we get rolling and we rolling downhill, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not easy, but it's more so like, all right, we got some things rolling. Guys are having success. We stand in the green. You see less penalties. You see guys executing at a high level. So it feels good when we're playing our best ball, you know what I'm saying? But when we're not, trying to shift that momentum and trying to get us in the right mindset, because you kind of see at the end of the game, when it's time that we need to score, we go score. You know what I'm saying? How we do it is, it's not peanut butter and jelly. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, you roll out of bed and it just happened. It seemed like we methodically move down the field, we come with a plan, and we have our head on our shoulders. You know what I'm saying? We in the right mindset. So trying to transform those to not being into like a tough situation to just staying in the green in the first, second, and third quarter. Not when it's fourth quarter and we need to go score.
Are you a big local ice cream shop guy?
Yeah, shout out to Hamburg Extra and Main Street. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks.